Welcome, class, to yet another Peace Education Foundation lesson, Peacemaking Skills for Little Kids, that we are doing as part of a tutorial series. And so this is so important to have you all here. In the lesson today, we are going to introduce each other, say our name, and say a special word that says something about me that begins with the first letter of each of your names, your own special word. And you are being invited to share a significant object with the class, a little show and tell, something that you found maybe on yourselves, in your bag, that says something about you that is significant to you. And so this is fantastic because here you are, students at Barry University in Miami, getting to do this lesson so that other teachers can be mentored in how to do a very simple Peace Education Foundation lesson. So we thank you for being here. And so we're going to start. Without further ado, we're going to start with our friend Anya, our classmate Anya, at the beginning, the head of the table over there. Hi, Anya. Welcome.
Hi. My name is Anya, and the word I chose was amazing, because I'm pretty amazing at the things I do. And the object that I have is a ring that I got from my grandmother when I graduated from high school.
Thank you, Anya. That's very special. Amazing, Anya. And now our next friend in the classroom is Rothan. Tell us, Rothan.
My name is Rothan. The word I chose is respectful. I've realized that in everything, whether it's with friends, family, whoever I come in contact with, I tend to be very respectful, which is a good trait in anybody. The object that I chose is my earphones. I chose my earphones because in anything, whether it's a good time or a bad time, I'm always listening to music, and I use the music that I listen to sing along with it or just dance to.
To sing and dance and bring joy. And so thank you, respectful Rothan. And our next friend is Eldun.
My name is Eldun. The word I chose was excellent, because in my opinion, I'm just that girl. I'm excellent. And the item I chose was my Bible, which I said yes to Christ, and I got me a Bible.
And so you have excellent Eldun, your Bible with you.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that brings you comfort and joy. Jason, tell us about your word.
My name is Jason. The word I chose was joyful because I'm joyful most of the time. And the item I chose was my headphones. I chose my headphones because I need them and I can't live without them. I guess I'm wearing them.
They're kind of like your safety blanket. My blanket, my headphones. Awesome. And now our next friend in the classroom.
I'm Juan Pablo the Jubilant, because I believe myself to be quite happy, and in everything I do, I try to bring a little bit of joy into my life as well. The item that I chose, my connection to friends, as well as to the joy that I love to bring, is storytelling. This is a manual by the name of Monster of the Week. It's a manual that is based around how to tell stories, how to write stories, and I very much love to write and give out stories to people. So this is my connection to the world in a way.
Thank you, Juan Pablo. Jubilant Juan Pablo with the Monster of the Week. And now our friend Terry.
So my name is Terriana, and the word that I chose is terrific because, well, I'm terrific. And the object that I chose is an umbrella because I don't like the rain, and it's always raining in Florida, so my umbrella hides me from the rain.
Thank you, terrific Terry. Appreciate your sharing. And now over to Becca on this side of the room.
Hi, my name is Becca. I chose brainy as my adjective to describe me. My object I chose was my water bottle, especially as a student athlete here. I use it a lot and take it everywhere I go. So.
Thank you, Brainy Becca. It's okay to be brainy, right? And to affirm that in ourselves. That's awesome. And now over to you, Kendra.
My name is Kendra, and the word I chose was kind because I feel like I'm a really kind person. My special item was Tylenol. I have to take this everywhere I go. It doesn't go without me because you just never know. Yeah.
Thank you, kind Kendra. And over here. Hello,
Hi.
Venice.
My name is Venice, and my word I chose is vivacious. Just the word alone, you know, exuberant, that's me, vivacious.
Alive.
Yes. And my object that I chose again was my cell phone. My cell phone means everything to me. I have everything packed in here. I need to hear from my kids, I need to hear from my workers, and I just need this phone.
Very good. Thank you for sharing. And over here, last but not least, Nicolette.
My name is Nicolette, and my word is nice because I'm a very nice person. And my object is this mini Bible on my keychain. It's just a reminder that God is with me wherever I go.
Nice, Nicolette. How wonderful. Thank you all for sharing your special word and your special significant object. It's incredible sharing, really. I love hearing every one of your stories. Now tell us, let's process this. Here we have our iCare rules that guide us in our classroom in creating a caring and peaceful classroom. That is an inherent and essential part of the peace education curriculum in the early primary grades. And many of you are already doing pre-internship in primary. So we listen to each other. This is what it means to be caring and kind in our classroom. We listen to each other. Our hands are for helping, not hurting. We use I care language, the please, the thank yous. We care about each other's feelings. Our feelings are important. Our affective life in the classroom is so important for the culture of the classroom to be a positive, peaceful culture. And then finally, we take responsibility for what we say and do. That's such an important piece in having caring discipline, is being responsible. And we know that there are consequences for the good things that we do, and also sometimes for the not so good things that we do, or the things that we fail to do, right? And sort of breaking the peace in our classroom. So having that as kind of like the background and the context for our peaceful classroom, let's process a little bit what you thought about. Let's take our significant words first. Why was it important, you think? How did you feel when you were sharing your name and your special word? Let's do that first. Let's begin with that. How was that? Why was that important for the classroom and for classroom culture? Yeah, Juan Pablo.
I feel that when you tie a letter or a particular part of your name to a word, right, you put a part of yourself into it. You put a part of yourself, the way that you want to define yourself, the way you want to exemplify yourself. So choosing that word that best represents you, for instance, allows for others to best know, this is the kind of person that I see myself.
That's fantastic. That's beautiful. Yeah, help me out, the rest of you. How was it for you, speaking your name and sharing your special word? Yeah, Terry.
I think it's like sharing a part of your identity. So it says who you are and how you look at yourself and how you want other people to look at you as well.
Right. How important, right? And in this developmental age that you're working with, whether it be primary or middle school, some of you, that the construction of that identity, how do I see myself, my self-esteem, all of that comes into it. It's so important. What else? How else was it important? Your name, your word, claiming who you are. You were very comfortable in saying, I'm excellent and I'm amazing and I am nice and I am kind and I'm jubilant and I'm brainy, right? I am, and that's awesome. How is that important? Yes, Ken.
I think it's important to show people like who you are and the confidence that you hold. And you also want to show people that this is what you are, and you want them to treat you for how you want to be known as.
Awesome. So it can prevent a lot of bullying, it can prevent a lot of name calling. You're creating a climate of respect and caring and inclusivity. How else?
I think also when you look at all the words that we picked, all the different words, it has a level of uniqueness to it. We didn't all pick the same words.
Awesome.
Some of them mean similar things. Some of them do mean similar things, but the way that we chose to go about it exemplifies a bit of a uniqueness, the words that we chose in order to represent ourselves.
That's beautiful. You are all unique. You're all special, right? and you're all cared for in this class. We have each other's back, right? So we start to kind of create this climate of respect and inclusion. Awesome. How about your significant object? And also tying it into our art care rules, how was the significant object an important piece of this activity? How did you feel sharing that? What did it bring? What did it bring to the classroom in the conversation?
It showed,
Yeah.
it showed the class like what we care about, the things that we find important to us.
What we care about, what we value, what is important, right? What else? What else? Why was the significant object something important for you to share?
I think it also shows vulnerability with each other because we're sharing a part of ourselves that we may not have known about each other. So I think one of the I care rules where we care about each other's feelings. So us actively listening, showing that I care about what you're showing me.
That's beautiful. Thank you for, yeah. I mean, we are actively listening. We are respecting. This is something that you value, and you hold it dear, and we are all going to hold it dear. So you're building empathy, right? So important for our classroom that our students build empathy, that they have the ability to be empathic. What word would you give to your professor, Dr. Perkins, that begins with a P?
Patient.
Patient.
Yeah.
What else?
Polished.
Polished. Ooh, what else?
Persistent.
Persistent.
Powerful.
Powerful. Oh, what else?
Perceptive.
Perceptive.
I was going to say perky.
Perky. Perky. Isn't that wonderful that you have your professor here and that you can share with him? How fantastic. And so how might we be able to implement this activity in the classroom? How might it be helpful for the classroom culture? What could we do with it? Think about when you go back into the classroom. Any thoughts?
I think it's exactly that, bringing up that classroom culture, the inherent classroom culture, and defining it. Because sometimes, a lot of the times, we're so focused on getting the content through that we sometimes forget we're not teaching content, we're teaching students, we're teaching human beings. And it's part of our responsibility to teach human beings, to teach them how to be human, in the same way that we would want to be taught how to be human, how to care, how to respect. So, giving them an opportunity to voice themselves, to voice the parts that make them special, and share that with everyone else in a way that's vulnerable, something that is able to be shown and to be seen. Because I think one of the most important things for students is to be seen.
I'm seen, I'm heard, I have a voice, I can be vulnerable in this classroom and know that I will not be excluded or dismissed or bullied, right? How fantastic. Any other ways that you think that we can implement and we can kind of carry this activity throughout the school year, how it could be helpful?
I think that another way this could be helpful is it builds vocabulary. So children probably think like, oh, I'm talking about my identity, but you're learning new words, and you're like, when you see words, you're like, oh, I can add that to say that that's who I am, and that's who I want to be. And I think that it builds vocabulary and identity at the same time.
Excellent, because the peace education curriculum, not only is it social emotional and conflict resolution and peace education, but it's also very, very much an interdisciplinary curriculum. So it's kind of like, what's the link to math and social studies and literature, right? Awesome, fantastic. Any other ways that you think that we can take this and carry it through? How about you, Becca? Any other?
I think this is a great way for me, myself, in this room right here, and also for students in the classroom to become comfortable. It's kind of an easy activity to give them more confidence to speak up in class with other things. They're speaking about something that's important to them, so I think
they can speak about something because they know it, they're competent. It's not like, oh, come to the board and do this math problem. Oh no, there's no wrong answers. I'm speaking about something that's very dear to me, that I am very competent to be able to speak about and share about and feel comfortable and break the ice, right? You think middle school students, how shy they can be, or all of us coming into this room, how we were initially very shy. And so, but we are given something that we can speak about and that we are all experts in. So thank you, class, for this brilliant sharing session on this Peacemaking Skills for Little Kids activity from the Peace Education Foundation tutorial series. We thank you for your presence, for being vulnerable, for sharing, and bringing your beautiful selves and your wonderful professor to our sharing session. Thank you so much.